Good night, everybody. It's good to see everybody here. Or at least that's what I would say if I could see you. Let's get right into the day. Not gonna lie, this day off was too TV reliant. I spent practically the entire day watching screens. Whether it be watching the latest Red Letter Media video from Mike Stolklasa and Jay Bauman on the state of the movie industry, to sharing a video I watched with about this story written by a man named Ray Bradbury, I think called The Nursery, about a family whose kids use this augmented reality room to live out any adventure they want, but it's the future where everything is automated. And because the children practically were raised entirely off of the automated house and the augmented reality nursery room, more so than their parents, they see the house and the room as more of their parents than they see their parents. And the parents don't like that, obviously. I don't think any parent would, so they try to get a psychologist to help out, but then the story gets pretty crazy later afterwards. Pretty interesting. It's a story about the dangers of over-reliance on technology, which ironically is practically the theme for my day-to-day. Yeah, it was pretty much a day of just video watching. I also watched a Digital Foundry Direct, where the team from Digital Foundry, or at least three of them, Richard Ledbetter, Tom Morgan, and Oliver McKenzie, all talked about having hands-on, other than Oliver, with the new Switch 2 and the different games and ports available on that device. I watched it because I wanted to get better insight into what the device has to offer and what differences it has between the new device and the old device, the original Switch. Yeah, and also any differences with the OLED variant of the original Switch as well. Yeah, and they basically talked about how the games felt and performed and played and looked. And it was all very interesting to me. I did attempt like full 2 hours of different breathwork sessions, and I wasn't able to get too deep into it because I don't know. I think I was wearing pants that were a little too tight around my waist. I'm kind of getting portly, if I'm being honest, though. Yeah, definitely getting portly. So that's something that I need to address so I don't get fat. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's a personal preference of mine. If I can be fit, I will be, but I'm not clearly I'm not working towards it right now, so it's just a wish at this point. But all reality starts from wishes, I would like to think. I did play more of that Astrobot game for the PlayStation 5, and I had a good time with that. Anything else? I went for a walk around the neighborhood while listening to a movie podcast called Is It Kino, hosted by Simi and Jimmy, along with his cohorts Iggy Eggman Rodriguez and Earich. And that was about, I think it was 58 minutes. But there's this new feature on YouTube where if you are a premium member, you can vouch for having the video at 3x or even 4x speed. And I could still understand what they were saying and get the same amount of information in less time at 3x speed. 4x is too fast, but 3x is just fine for me. So, yeah, I was listening to it like that while going on a short little walk. I cleaned the pool vacuum. I took out the trash. Yeah, so that's pretty much my day. Tomorrow, I think it would be wise to get new. Oh, by the way, I have the day off tomorrow, and I think it would be wise to get new pants for my job because my old pants are all torn up and unbecoming. Yeah. Anything else? I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. If anything, I'd rather underdeliver. I mean, under promise and overdeliver. That would be a better thing. So I'm just gonna say, get new pants, and maybe wash my car, and work on that alien abduction video. I only have one more scene left I need to do before finishing the visual aspect, before putting sound effects and music into it. So that's in the pipeline. Yeah, and my overall feeling of the day was that I could have done a lot more. And I mean, it was my choice, and I chose to spend it in a passive video watching, podcast listening, walking kind of way. I did at least get a walk in. I did at least get some breath work in. I did clean the pool vacuum, and I did take out the trash. So it wasn't like I was a complete slob today, but I definitely could have done more. I could have done the dishes. I could have I could have worked on that alien abduction video today. I could have done some more exercises. But those are things that I really need to learn how to implement. In fact, after watching that nursery video I was telling you about, that I was showing my mom, I actually was asking ChatGPT for advice on what are some techniques or things that I can do to better push myself forward. And what I remember was that, start small, start simple, don't overcomplicate things for yourself. And also, it's best advised for the first hour of the day to stay away from electronics. So that way you don't overwhelm your mind with too much data or info. So that way you can instead put all of your focus on putting out good work to your body, such as like exercise, meditation, writing in my journal, things to kind of dump all of the mental load out on paper and help clarify where I want to take the day. I really think I need to start doing that because I gotta be honest, I'm like in a completely like restless state right now where it's like, ooh, my brain's saying I could have done this, I could have done that, and I didn't, and it's making me anxious, like, I didn't do anything, but that's basically like my conscience telling me, like, come on, Noah, please start putting yourself out there and being a better version of yourself, please. Or at least that's what I like to think. So yeah, tomorrow we're definitely going to get new pants. We're definitely gonna do a car wash for my car because it's got bird poop on it and that's gross. And we're definitely going to do the final storyboard sequence, that alien abduction video. And yeah, and that's pretty much it for now. Thanks for watching, and have yourselves a great night. Take care, everybody. Bye.